So Natalie's got a secret to tell you. Natalie, please share with the people.
We're moving to Cape Town. Oh, we are moving to Cape Town. I'm moving back.
She's moving back to Cape Town, and I am moving to Cape Town for what feels like the first time. I lived there for a year when I was studying, and we all know that ended badly. It didn't go too well, but we're hoping for a better future now. We've been planning for the last how many years?
I think we've been kind of contemplating over the last 2 years.
We've been saving up for 2 years so that we can move to Cape Town because it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And we are very broke at the moment.
Cape Town has given us a run for our money.
So we are moving to Cape Town, and first I think we should just start by saying we love Johannesburg. We are Joburg people. I've been here for 17 years. Natalie's been here for
11 and a half.
We have found so much here. We found each other here.
Yeah.
We had our kids here.
Yeah.
Our first
we
kids,
built a life here.
Whole life here. I came from nothing. When I got here, I was negative money. I had debt when I arrived. I had no job. I got a job here. I managed to build a career here. I managed to change careers. So it's a very sentimental place for us. When people do that thing where they say, oh, I never live in Joburg, it hurts me because I go, Joburg's people have been so kind to me. Johannesburg has been so, so kind to me. But with anything in life, you live in chapters, and it's time for the next chapter. And reason for leaving is, one, we just want to also try something new, and two, I travel to Cape Town a lot. And this year, how many times have I been in Cape Town?
I mean, I don't know exactly, but I know last month you were there 7, 8 times.
It's twice, sometimes a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it has an effect on your family, your life, because I just walk in. When I take my bag, Ethan goes, Dad, are you going now? Even if I'm just going to the shop, because he's so used to me leaving and going to Cape Town. So Cape Town's probably the #1 destination I travel to. Over the years, I've started to do more work in Cape Town, and have had more engagements in Cape Town, which made me travel a lot more. Cape Town's my #1 destination. And so our thinking is, if we move the family there, I'll have more time at home. I'll be able to do more because I'll spend less time at the airport. Natalie will also have more support because her mother lives there, my brother lives there, her brothers live there. And also, in terms of lifestyle, let's be honest, Cape Town's got a lot to offer for children. And so it's with a sadness that we sort of leave, but we're also a little excited, I think. Right?
Excited for the move. Yeah, I think just to add on to loving Joburg, I think it's extremely sentimental for me, and I think that's why I've been very hesitant up until about 2 years when I kind of yeah, okay, we can do this. Because we both built a life on our own here in Joburg. We both had our own lives, our own houses, our own things, had a career that we were, working on, and then we met, and then we built a life together in Joburg. So I don't think that, nothing compares to the sentimental factor around Joburg for both of us, individually and together. I mean, we had both our kids here, and but not to say that it's sad all around, because in Cape Town we built a whole new life, and it's like my sister says, it's the start of a new era for us. So yeah.
Also, we're very excited about the prospects of exploring a new city and living in the city. I've never lived in Cape Town. We had you guys noticed boxes in the back. We are moving tomorrow. we'll probably arrive in Cape Town next week, but truck is coming tomorrow collecting all our stuff. There are like 80 boxes. Natalie's been packing for months now.
You know, you only realize how much things you have when you have to move house.
Yes.
I mean, it's up to 80 boxes, and this morning I told Alfred to go buy another 10 because, and this is just the boxes with the small things. I mean, there's still furniture. I cannot believe, and I'm not a hoarder, I promise you. I know all hoarders say that, but I'm not. Everything in our house, I literally use all the time. It's not funny. So yeah, we've got so much things that we've accumulated since being in this house.
And you know, the thing about moving is that also it's such a massive process. We had to explain it to Ethan. Ethan is extremely excited about his new school. That took 2 years of planning because, as you know, getting into schools is a challenge. And we did that. We found a school first before we went to go for our house, because that was my main priority. Well, it was our main priority to get him into a school. He's still young, so he's in grade R, so we're hoping that the transition is easier. We want to get him in there before it's grade 1, before things get a little bit more serious. We were rejected from many schools. Just so you know.
That wasn't an easy process.
We were rejected. We wanted to move last year.
We
wanted to move last year, got rejected from all the schools. We started early this year. We did the work. We got rejected again by a lot of schools. But eventually we found a good fit. And I think we're very fortunate to get that done. And the school that he is going to, I think, is a very good fit. So we sort of gotten very lucky there. We are committing, we sold this house. We are not renting out and we're not one half in.
Maybe you should tell them what our plans were initially. Like, this was not going to be a permanent thing. Like, well, I'm talking about initial, when we first spoke about it. We said, no, we were going to rent out our house. We were going to rent a house in Cape Town. We were going to give it a year.
See how it
feels. What if we don't like it there? Then we can always come back. It's crazy how things have changed so quickly.
Yeah.
We bought a house. We bought a house. Our family still, I think our family's still shocked with that, because everything with us is always just so quick, you know?
We go in.
And the two of us are exactly the same in that sense. If we say something now, we put our heads down and we do it, we get it. So it was initially very temporary, but now we are fuss. There's nothing. We can't go back now.
Going back. Also, that's not how we live our lives. We don't want to be half in, half out. We are moving. We are making a life there. We are going to make it work. We don't play half measures. We think things through, but when we move, we move. We don't.
Yeah, we did think about this for a while.
I'll still be in Joburg all the time. This will probably be the number one place I travel to. I'll probably be not as much, but you know, I always do work here. You know, even in Cape Town, it felt like I was living in Cape Town. I was there so much. Jason used to joke. He says, "How about we'll be in Cape Town, and then when I leave, he goes, breakfast next week, Wednesday." So he would know that I'd be back somewhere in the week next week. So that's probably gonna be the sort of case here, probably to a lesser degree. Ethan is extremely excited about moving because the beach is there, you know, a child in the beach.
Yeah, and I think that was also our main priority, was just to get him at a point where he was excited and happy, because I didn't want to see him sad, you know, he's leaving his friends, but he's still so young and he's extremely excited about this new venture and going. So I want to get him in that phase, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, long story short, trucks, this house, we were very fortunate because, you know, the housing market is not easy. We saved up, basically, we saved up for many years, and we took the money from this house. We got this house sold, and you know, the housing market's tough right now, so we're very fortunate to sell this house. We love this house. We love this area. This house means a lot to us, but you know, my father always says these are things, you know, you move with your family, you don't worry about things. So we sold the house, and then 3 or 4 months went by. We didn't know whether we were going to get the house we wanted until last week Friday. So
I booked the trucks to come and collect our things without knowing
we didn't
where
know.
we were going to go.
We didn't know because we self-employed. They take weeks to answer. They wanted paperwork on paperwork. We used to this, but you don't know until the final minute, and eventually, everything was approved.
I must be honest, I gave up. On that last day, I gave up. But Alfred was like, we are getting the house. We're getting a house that we want. I'm not going to give up. But I was like, on that day, on that Friday, because it was last week Friday.
Yeah.
I contacted agents the morning. And I was like, I'm going to go and view. Do you want me to fly down to Cape Town? I'm going to go view their places. Because the thing is, the only thing going through my mind is, I've got kids. What are we gonna do? We have to have a place to go to. Like the trucks are coming on Friday, and I said to him, it's so crazy. Like how different it would have been if it was just the two of us. We would be like, yeah, what? You can do whatever you want to. We could go stay by whoever, But these kids.
So I will tell you what happened. We were gonna move, right? We were selling this house. And then we were looking for rentals. So we got a buyer for this house. So we thought, transfer will take a month or two. We can go look for rentals.
3 months.
Yeah. Now, Jason, my brother, struggled to find a rental in Cape Town. You guys, if you don't know, Cape Town rental market, property market's tough. Yeah, a lot of people are moving there. We also now semi-grating.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is that we were going to rent. And then I looked through Property 24 because now the house was sold and we got into the school and all of those things sort of got into place. And then we went, okay, cool. Now I was in Cape Town and I said to Natalie, no, I'm just going to have a look. Tell me which rentals you want me to go and see. Then I went online and I looked at an area close to the school. And we then decided, okay, let me just go look at this house. It's for sale. It's sort of.
And then he goes to look at sales.
I went to look for a house on sale.
Why?
So we walk into the house. I take Jason with me. It's a Friday afternoon. I said, listen, lunch is on me. Let's go look at this house. We walk into that first. I've looked at houses. We've looked at houses. When I walked into that house, me alone, when I walked the door open, I knew. They always say music from another room. We walked in. And I knew that was ours. And I knew she would like it. And then she loved the videos and the pictures. And then the next week I said, listen, you've got to come because I had another engagement in Cape Town. I said, you've got to come with me to see the house. We can't just make an offer and you don't see the house.
Oh, that was the weekend that I was there. That was the Mitchell's Plain show.
Then that's how recent it was. She walks in, saw the house, tears. Then we started the long and painful process. I just want to say thank you to Warren. You know who you are. Warren helped a hell of a lot to try and make this bond work.
For us, man.
Warren, you know who you are.
Warren was
you know where you work.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you to my accountant, Tess. Tess and I fight like cat and dog.
Tess loves me. I don't know about you.
But we managed. And people that own their own businesses understand this. Your books, they want 3 years audited financials. It's mad. So yeah, we're moving and we got the house and we're very excited. And next week this time we'll become Cape Townians.
Yay!
Or some of us will be Cape Townians again.
I never ever thought I would move back.